Hey guys, there's some actual rugby news out, despite the fact that pretty much all the countries that play rugby are locked down. There's still some current event stuff out other than lockdown. I hope you guys are all well. New Zealand's just started lockdown today, so yeah, take care everybody first and foremost. But Jake White has been appointed with immediate effect as the Director of Rugby for the Bulls. And I just had a look on the Bulls Facebook page, and it seems to have been taken pretty well by most Bulls fans. There seems to be a general feeling that it's a big team and it's been underperforming for a while. I mean, they did all right last year, but it's been a long time since they've been in a Super Rugby final kind of thing. So, there seems to be a general feeling that this is a good move. So it seems fans are pretty receptive. And it's a funny one because Jake White seems to get linked with every job vacancy that comes open. Like, I don't know what it is about that guy. Maybe because he's worked with a couple of Super Rugby teams, the Sharks and the Brumbies. And, obviously won the World Cup with the Springboks in '07. And he's been in France, he's been in Japan. So there seems to be a general feeling that the guy will take a job if it's the right job, be it Australia, South Africa, whatever. So it's finally nice to see one. I guess that's it's a real deal. It's not just a rumor mill one. So yeah, he's a bit of a divisive figure, seemingly. Like I don't think you can really argue with his record. He generally is successful where he's gone. I mean, the Brumbies, he kind of turned them around and made them into a very particular style team. Like, they had a lot of guys with big boots in that team, and they didn't necessarily always do razzle dazzle, but they certainly were an effective team. So I think generally the guy knows what he's doing. There are a couple of question marks though. I mean, if he's the Director of Rugby, who's going to be the coach? Porter Hammond is the coach currently. One article I read seems to indicate that Porter will keep his job, that Jake kind of rates him as a coach. I guess we will see. It's kind of hard. I mean, the Bulls' record this season just isn't very good. But with the exodus of players they had last year, it's kind of not a big surprise. I don't know that many teams could lose as many players as they did and improve, but then again, other teams have certainly adapted a bit better than the Bulls. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he stays or if Jake wants to kind of bring in his own crew. And the other question mark, I guess, is how will this all fit in with Rassie at the Springbok level? Because Rassie seems to have done a pretty good job of getting all the Super Rugby clubs and players based abroad kind of on the same page. They're all, driving towards the common goal of Springbok success. But, I mean, there was an article or comments from James Dalton, the former Springbok, basically saying that he thinks there's going to be a clash between Rassie and between Jake, because he basically said that Jake is not a people person. He kind of gets things done the way he wants them done. He said of the 2007 Springbok team, there's only like half a dozen guys who would still want anything to do with Jake White and, whatnot. So maybe James has got his own axe to grind there. I'm not sure, but either way, it will be an interesting one because Rassie seems to have done a good job of getting everyone else into the fold. But Jake's his own man. He's won his own World Cup, so whether he's willing to kind of sit back and have to do things a different way potentially from what Rassie envisages will be an interesting one to watch. But yeah, overall, I think it's a pretty good appointment. I, for one, hope that he can get the Bulls on the right track whenever we get some rugby back and being played, however long that's going to be. So yeah, if you're a Bulls fan, what do you guys reckon about the appointment? Are you with the majority who seem to think it's a good move, or are you with James Dalton and think for South African rugby this could be a bit of a problem? But either way, we'll watch this one with interest, see how they go, see if they appoint new coaches and whatnot. But Jake White, back in South Africa, I think, is a pretty good news story. And it's a nice break from everything else which is going on. So, yeah, as I said, guys, I hope you are all safe and well and taking care of yourselves and washing your hands and avoiding people as best you can. But, yeah, take care, guys, and I'll talk to you soon. See you later.